Rwanda has experienced an increase of temperature of 1.4 degrees Celsius since the 70s. And if nothing is done, if there is no substantive effort at a global level, we're going to have huge consequences in terms of droughts and floods and landslide, and we cannot afford that.
The green growth strategy is about aligning principles of climate change into our economic development. Energy efficiency, low gas emission, and transform our economy so that it would bring up to standards on what is expected for a country that is looking forward, that has a vision and a great leadership.
We've made a decision as a country to base growth on what we call the green growth principles, and Rwanda specifically has a goal of becoming a climate resilient economy by the year 2050.
We are already implementing a certain number of projects, like we have a new waste plant. We are conducting a feasibility study for introduction of e-mobility. We have a baseline study on air pollution, and we are monitoring air quality across the city of Kigali and actually the whole country. And we are implementing climate smart agriculture projects.
Back in 2013, Rwanda had desperate need of energy. Rwanda had only 110 megawatts. 40% were coming from thermal power plants. So Rwanda had to find other alternative of source of energy. Then they thought of solar. It's clean, green, and cheap in the long run.
It's basically entirely organic materials, clean, ready to be compressed, and during its production, we try to minimize the emission of carbon as much as possible. Even the paper that we use to cover it is a recycled paper, so that's why the aim is to still look at bringing a material which will be a net zero carbon material.
Waste recycling is a key component of the green growth agenda of Rwanda. If we recycle 1,000 tons of e-waste, you prevent more than 500 tons of CO2 emissions. We have now reached around 2,000 tons of e-waste collected and recycled. It's very important that everyone is involved to promote this agenda of green growth.
You cannot separate development from climate and environment. It is actually a backbone of our development. So if you have to build a climate resilience Rwanda, you have to have a continuous gain and the growth of our country. What we are doing is to sensitize every sector to have a common understanding, complementary plans and actions, so that what we are implementing today will be lasting forever without being destroyed by the impact of climate change.
Our green growth and climate resilience strategy and the strategic program for climate resilience, our forest investment program, together with the NDC Partnership plan, come together to form a comprehensive approach for the development we want for our country.
Rwanda is an attractive place to invest for green growth. One, because we have a goal that is very green growth centered. So when you come to invest in a country, you find a mindset that is embracing green growth.
We want our children to grow up understanding the issue of climate change, take part to implement all the actions that will be building resilience to climate change.
The prosperity we seek for our continent requires that we go the extra step to mitigate climate change and to develop our economies more sustainably. The government of Rwanda is ready to play our part.